kittens. All right, guys. I'm sorry we're starting a little late. I was, as you probably heard, concerned about some red marks that I found in the hall that turned out to be fruit juice. So, no worries. Anyway, some of you have probably seen this before, but we also, according to the stats, have a lot of new folks this month. So thank you, first off, for joining us, and thank you even more for supporting us.
I think people want to know about the vote ID.
Yeah, we'll get to all that. I think Loganberry's going to have to leave the room. He's a little too serious about keeping this toy away from kittens.
Hey, Log. Come here, Log.
So today we have, so far, when we usually switch out the kittens once or twice during this event, we have Ari, Cloudy, and Yale.
I think it should be up a little more.
And Ari just kind of helped himself, so go ahead and tilt it up a little. Go for it. Yep, there you go. Okay. All right. So again, thanks for joining us, and thank you for supporting us. It really means a lot. It's amazing to me how well people have been supporting us. I'll have to do the math on it. It's entirely possible that in the last month we've broken even. Of course, we had a lot fewer medical expenses in the last month than usual, so I'll have to look into that. But it's really, really cool. And of course, that breaking even, doesn't include things like keeping the heat on or the lights or the room, or we just can't factor that in. We never would. And then obviously, if we came out in the green somewhere instead of the red, that's not only a miracle, but obviously we'll just put that money aside and it'll end up getting used in a month where things, where the expenses are a little higher than usual. Things fluctuate quite a bit. But at any rate, thank you for that. And let me say I'm sorry if the sound is a little bit bad and I sound like I'm underwater, but what we're doing this month is taking the stream directly from the camera and just copying it to YouTube. So what you get is what the camera is sending out. Not much that we can do to change that, but we can at least be pretty sure it's not going to cut out like it was last month every 5 minutes. So I'm sorry if it's a little bad, but at least it's not going to go away completely, we hope. All right, Ivy, there's the big news of the day, just coincidentally, because she went to PetSmart today. And the story there is that we took her in at 11 o'clock, just as scheduled. There was an adoption event where there were 6 beautiful kittens and another mom cat. And a lot of folks sort of showed up and were looking at all the cats. But as far as I saw, there were no adoptions that actually happened today, but there was, like I said, a lot of interest, so maybe they got some applications in, and maybe those adoptions are just pending. They're going to show up soon. These things, sometimes they take a little bit of time. Anyway, they gave Ivy the very biggest cage at the PetSmart, and Animal Outreach really wants her to stay there until she gets adopted. So we're at least going to let her stay there for a while, and if she doesn't get adopted in the first few days, then we'll see where we're going to go from there. But she seems perfectly comfortable there, at ease, and she even gets to do some fun stuff. The lady that handles the adoptions takes them over to look at the bird cage, and they really like that. And I imagine that she could also get a chance to see the guinea pigs or the mice once in a while. And that might be fun for her too. So that's the kind of entertainment that she doesn't even get around here at the Kitten Academy.
Ari, why is your tail the star of the show right now?
Yeah, it's the Ari tail cam. If you ever wanted to look at the rear end of Ari, this is what you get.
Tell them about how they didn't give kittens or Ivy.
Yeah, so there was at least one set of people that was extremely interested in adopting Ivy. But they apparently did not pass the screening. They always have a long conversation and an adoption paperwork to fill out, And one of the things that's really important to Animal Outreach Society, and I think to every shelter that we've ever worked with, is that they know that when the cats get adopted, they're not going to be declawed. And these particular people had expressed an interest in having cats that were declawed and said that they declawed every cat they'd ever owned. And it just seemed likely that if they had adopted Ivy, they would have had her declawed. And so Animal Outreach Society just said, no, you guys can't adopt from us. So I like that. I like the fact that they would do that. Which part's glitchy, the video or the audio?
The video. I don't know about the audio. Doing that thing that, the cameras used to do.
Yeah. Is it really bad or is it?
Starting to get like it's okay now.
Well, I tell you, we've got to do a little work on how to do these streams a little better in the future, I think. I don't know. We'll keep working on it. Maybe I'll do some experimentation before next month, and we'll see if we can find a way to really make this reliable. Maybe I'll see if we can just get a second license of the stuff that we use to broadcast from the Kitten Academy room. Although I don't think a full license is probably justified by what we're doing here, but
it's fine now, though.
Yeah.
It was
just temporary? Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, that's stuff for us to look into. I do have to say thanks to a bunch of people. There's some folks I have to say thanks to very specifically. In fact, let's start with Bill, who we all know now. He's been hanging out on the Patreon chat, which is on Discord. And anybody who's listening to me live right now is welcome to please join us on that chat if you have not already. Because you have subscribed to us on Patreon, you can go on Patreon, and there's definitely a post that we made a little while ago with some instructions, but also Patreon will tell you how to do it. They will hook you up to the Discord chat server where we chat, and there's people, us and friends, chatting there 24/7. It's just a great crowd of folks, and we have a lot of fun. We joke around, and everybody shows off their cats, and we talk about other stuff, and it's really a good time with a good crowd of folks. And so we all know Bill from there, and Bill was a very generous contributor this month, and we just greatly appreciated Bill. We can't say it enough. In fact, we still owe Bill a video because he contributed at that level, and we haven't done that yet, although I had an idea for the video, and I've been trying to get footage together to do it. The video now might have a slightly different tone than what I'd planned because the video was going to be video of Ivy carrying her toy around and meowing in the house like she likes to do. But first off, Ivy makes it very hard because anytime I get the camera out and point it at her, she drops her toy and comes over to me. So it's really hard to get the footage I was after. And then obviously, with Ivy having gone to the pet store to get adopted, I think publishing a video of Ivy might have a little bit of a different feel now than what I'd wanted. On the other hand, unless I scrounge up some crazy footage, that might be what I have to go with anyway for Bill. So I hope that works out, but we'll see. Anyway, I know I owe that to you, Bill, and it's definitely something that is coming one way or another. Okay, let's say thank you to a couple other people while we're at it. First off, Brian Sheridan, Dina, and Christopher Dilly. I recognize at least a couple of those names from previous months, and so thank you so much for your contributions. I know Dina and Christopher have been contributing for a while, and Brian I think is new, but we appreciate Brian just the same. So thank you guys so much for your contributions, and you guys are all at the level where you deserve a card, and DJ and I were just having a conversation about the fact that we have not yet mailed out cards for October either, so we're behind on all the rewards, and I apologize for that, but we're going to get those cards out definitely in the next week, probably on Monday, we'll see. So and they've always been really cute cards. Everybody's glad to get them. They're very fun, so.
Growling.
I know. Little Yale's very angry at this toy.
Like, die, little toy, die.
Yeah. I've talked about it in previous months. The toys that we play with these guys during these streams are toys that I have made. This one's actually kind of cool because the orange feathers that are on it are from my mom's pet birds. She likes to collect all of the feathers from them, and then she gives them to me, and I make cat toys out of them.
The birds are okay.
Yes, the birds are fine, by the way. Yes, birds just, they're not. They just sort of shed feathers, and she collects them as they are shed. She does not pluck them from the birds. The birds are fine. They're not missing the feathers. But she has mostly parakeets, and so they're very colorful feathers, and she collects all those and sends them, and we make cat toys from them, and the cats love them. The kittens love them. Let's see, there was something I wanted to say. I think that what I wanted to say was on the subject of, it was Patreon stuff. So I talked about the cards. We're a little bit late on sending them out, but you will get them, and they're worth waiting for, I think. They're just really cute little cards.
We will send a Yale to Ian.
Yes, and Ian, we're going to send you a card with Yale's signature on it, I promise, because I know you're a big fan of Yale. So DJ wants to set one aside for you from Yale especially. We'll make sure that happens.
We don't have any weathercat prints.
Yeah, we'll have to get some of those. So we'll probably do that in the next day or so. I was going to say, if you are someone who has gotten or does get one of these cards from us, the ink that we use on these cards is a special ink that's safe for cats or babies or anybody. But that also means that it is not the most permanent ink that has ever existed. That's one reason why we put it inside a card and not on a postcard. But I would just caution you that if it's really important to you, you should probably keep the card out of direct sunlight because that ink is almost certain to fade over time. But it's an actual paw print from the kittens. They're not photocopies or reproductions or artists' impressions of the cat's claws. They're the real thing. We touch the cat's paw to ink. We touch it on the card. It goes to you, and they're really, really cute. We try our best to get nice, clean paw prints, but sometimes they come out a little smudged. But it's
cuter.
Yeah, it's cuter. Exactly. It's a little more real, personal. All right, some other folks I really want to say thank you to, and the list of names this month is just great. The first month we did this, I bring in a cheat sheet every time that we do this, and my cheat sheet in the first month was 1 page. My cheat sheet this month is 6 pages. 6 pages. It's incredible. And I am not going to read every name off of 6 pages. I just can't do it anymore. But I am certainly going to read off all of the people that are contributing at a level that we promised thanks to. And I have more to say about that in just a minute. But first, let me thank a couple people specifically. Annie OK, we all know again from the Discord chat. So Annie, thank you for your contribution, and thank you for hanging out with us and chatting. Just wonderful, fun people. We have a Gizmo, which may very well be one of the contributors that is a cat, because that sounds like a cat name to me. Sam and Tracy, thank you both, Sam and Tracy. And also Maria, who is someone who I think we also recognize as a longtime correspondent. So thank you, Maria. Jenny, I think we've got a couple Jennys, so I'm just going to say Jenny. But we all know you, Jenny. We know you as not only a longtime contributor, but as a chatter and a Twitterer. So thank you, Jenny, so much. And Corey, thank you so much. You've been a contributor for a while, too. We have Robert, who, and I'm going to just do Robert and Leonard together. We know both of you guys, so thank you so much. Nico, thank you, Nico. Nico has definitely been credited on some of our videos too, so thank you so much for that. And let me pause for a minute here and say about the video credits. The way that Patreon actually bills people for their contributions, in our case at least, it varies depending on the Patreon campaign. But for Kitten Academy, the Patreon bills you once a month. So if you sign up with us, say October 1st, you don't get billed until November 1st. That being the extreme case. Therefore, excuse me, wow, I should not have had all that Diet Coke right before I came in here to talk to you guys, you know. Got to stick to the water. So that is the reason why we only update the credits on our videos once a month. We'll be doing it sometime in the next week, and then anybody that is contributed at a level that gets them credit on the videos, they'll be added for that. And that's just to sort of keep the level of video editing that I have to do down a little bit, and also just make sure it's fair. You know, you haven't actually contributed until the end of the month, so that's when we update the video credits, and it just sort of keeps everything honest. So if you were somebody who did contribute at a level that should get video credits and you're not on there yet, that's why you'll be on all the videos that we publish next month. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Speaking of those folks, I guess, let me say that I need to shuffle my papers here. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. It really kind of looks like I am. Maybe I should pull this up on my phone next time. But I do want to say thank you to Morgan and to Helen, who are both folks that we know from many correspondences. And Helen, in the last month, has actually figured out how to join us on the chat, and we're glad to have her there. So thank you both for your contributions and for your communications. We love, love, love hearing from you folks. And whether you tweet at us or send us private messages on Twitter or private messages on Facebook, or you send us emails, or you chat with us every day on the Discord server for the Patreon folks, it's all fun for us, and it really helps. It makes us more enjoyable what we do. It really does. So thank you all for that. And thank you to Christiana and to Sabre, who we thanked before. All right, it's Saber, but I just can't resist the joke still. So thank you, Saber and Christiana, for your contributions. Much appreciated. Also, thank you to Ian and Mark, who are both just major players on our chat. And Mark is obviously the one that has done the majority of the gifts that we have of these kittens. They're just wonderful gifts. You should, if you have not, check out Mark's Giphy page. Of course, if you don't know how to find it, I don't know how to help you find it. I don't know how to find it. All I know is that we've posted the link on our Twitter a couple times, and I should probably post it again because it's great. It's just gifts that have been taken from the live stream, and most of them are fantastic. And then Ian, we all know and love, the same way that you know and love the Town Drunk. Oh. I don't know that he drinks, by the way. I'm not saying that Ian is a drunk. I'm just saying that we love him in that same way. You know, sort of somebody that you see around, and he's just part of the scenery, and we all really adore him. That's what I'm saying. DJ is beside herself in embarrassment right now because I'm saying things. I wish you guys could see her right now. That would be the real entertainment. And then Mark could make a gif of it.
Oh, no. The screen just caught up.
All right, now I need my glasses because it's Arlene. This name is Arlene, which is a great name. Wasn't Arlene the girlfriend of John from Garfield? All right, maybe I'm on my own there. Maybe that wasn't her name. But anyway, Arlene, thank you for your contributions. Greatly appreciated.
Ian hides the dark rum. Oh, that's on the chat. Maybe I shouldn't say it out loud.
It doesn't matter.
It's funny anyway. Should I bring another kitten?
Yeah, I think we should switch them out real quick. Why don't we do that? I don't know what time we got here. Yeah, definitely time to switch out some kittens. Do you want to take these ones back? Or you want to just bring the new ones and then bring these back? Okay. DJ's going to get us some fresh kittens. These kittens are looking a little worn around the edges. So, Speaking of fresh kittens, I think all of you guys have seen the news. So, first bit of news is that we had said all along that these kittens were going for their spay or neuter on Wednesday. I'm closing this window because there's some yard work or something going on at the neighbor's house. It's pretty loud. We had said that these kids were going for their spay or neuter on Wednesday, but the vet called today to tell us that they would like to change the date, and I'm going to sneeze now. I tell you, I ought to be in broadcasting. The vet called to say that they are going to change the date, and these kittens are all going to go to be spayed on a Monday, this coming Monday, the day after tomorrow. So the day after tomorrow, we will have no kittens at the Kitten Academy. Instead of kittens, we will just have cats. It will be the Cat Academy for a day. We'll try to get some of them on the stream, but it may be that Monday is not going to be the most entertaining day for us because there just won't be any kittens here most of the day. Now, they'll come back Monday evening about 5 or 6 p.m., and then they'll be back on the stream. And they'll probably be a little groggy that first night. That's how it typically is. But they're going to get a nice long recovery. All the kittens that we've ever fostered before, they only get 2 days to recover. And that's if they're girls. If they're boys, they only get 1 day. So these ones are going to get a really long recovery time. After they get fixed on Monday, they're going to stay with us all the way through until November 12th. And on November 12th, they will be going to the same PetSmart that Ivy is at right now. That's the PetSmart in McHenry, Illinois. So the important news there is that obviously the date for their spay or neuter has changed. It's now going to be on Monday. Hi, Custard. Custard is going to be a little too violent, I think, to stay, but he can hang out here for a couple minutes until DJ can come back. Now these kids are like, well, we can't play with the toys, so we'll just go explore. How about a hair tie? Okay, Custard's going to take that too, because why not? All right. Let's see, I wound down on that, so let's thank a few more people who really deserve it. Dion, I assume it's Dion or Dion. Thank you. Dion has a Mega Man logo for their avatar too, which I gotta say is pretty cool. Christy, thank you to Christy and to Georgia. Thank you for your contributions for just multiple months. We really appreciate that. So thank you for contributing and for continuing to contribute. It's really wonderful.
So it's just Custard right now?
Yeah, he should go away because he's not playing fair. Hey, Harv.
What?
He really likes the toy.
Me.
He loves you, but he does not want you to remove that toy. You want some help? Oh, there you go. He dropped it. No. He got it again. Okay, good job. Okay. All right. Custard's just a little bit much sometimes. He loves to play. All right. So I also need to say thank you to Destiny. And it's good that DJ's come back just in time as we give thanks to one of her favorite people, Rusty. Thank you to Rusty, who has contributed before our Patreon campaign was even a thing, and now is contributing on Patreon. Still, I don't think Rusty has really joined us on the chat, has he?
No, he joined us once and then
never. Never again?
Never again.
Okay, well. You know, you take what you can get, but I know DJ's a big fan of Rusty since the YouTube chat days, so thank you for your contribution, Rusty. Thank you for blocking the camera, Ari. I know it's just your favorite place to stand now, isn't it? Harvey. Hey, Harv. Here, bud. All right, now we're losing kittens down the side of the bed. They're going to explore the room instead of play. At least we got Dusty and Ari. They make a good pair, don't they? Yes. All right, so I'm going to try something fun here. I have thanked everybody that has contributed at the level that they require thanks. But we would thank you guys anyway because we do appreciate it. And to prove that we would thank you anyway, I am going to speed thank everybody else on my 6-page list. Speed thanks, all right? We're going to try this. You ready? Set? All right, let's go. Thank you, D. Hutch, Daniel, Steve, Kevin, Rodrigo, Donna, Krista, Joe, Debbie, Kushin, Francois, Laura, Lana, Heather, Helen, Thurza, Moose, Karina, Annan, Lynette, Lisa, Rose, Jalen, The Real CH3, Tamar, JW, Katrin, Lisa, Marie, Georgia, G, Lenny, Machikaniko, 59, Kirla, Sherry, Roman, Caitlin, Tara, Daniela, Jay, Jessica, Alexandra, Robin, Sandra, Sarwoods, Deborah, Ticklebelly and Pinkles and Company, Zatsoon, Heather, Carolyn and Picard, Cynthia, S, Franziska, Ashley, Peter, Alan, Cassandra, Valerie, Sam, Catherine, Jared, Alonia, Ben, Peter, Jamila, Peter, Vanessa, Robin, Noriko, Rhiannon, Gaspaccio, Mel, Kendra, Amanda, Jamie, Nicole, Malin, Nita, Jamie, Stephen, Paula, Carl, Peonin, Patricia, Crystal, Melinda, Dana, Felicity, 90, Brenna, BB, Madeline, Eddie, Derek, Denise, Emerson, Dag, How the Story Ends, Late It Be, Isabel, Nautilus Mode, Simone, Wintermute, Miss Murder, Candace, Jelena, Mile, Tomiko, Sana, Richard. And that's everybody. What do you think of that? All right, I'm going to try to do that faster and faster every month, even though we're getting more and more people. I think it's going to be fun. So a sincere thank you, though, to all of you. I know I was just making a game out of that, but what we do here is not a game. It is actually very serious. These kittens, well, we have a strict rule of no sads, but these kittens just really appreciate what you guys do. We appreciate what you guys do. And we're really glad that you have made it easier for us to take care of these kittens and to make sure that they move on to just great lives. So thank you all, sincerely thank you for that. I see that we've lost all of our kittens except for Dusty under the bed now. But that's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. What other news do I have? I feel like we covered most of the news part of the episode. DJ's the one with the chat, who she hasn't said if there's anything there that I need to respond to. And we've got a guy with a leaf blower directly outside the window right now, so if it sounds really loud and bad, that's what it is. And if it doesn't, then our camera's doing a better job than we ever thought. Or you just can't hear me at all because the camera's really doing a lousy job, I suppose. I can cover the same news that I think everybody's already heard. Like I said, these guys are going for their spay or their neuter on Monday, and then on November 9th, or before November 9th, just depending on circumstances, we're supposed to get in a new class of 5 kittens who are currently living with their mother in a barn. And the reason that they're coming to us on the 9th and not today is that the mother's feral, who's still nursing them, and Animal Outreach's plan is to let the mother finish nursing, and then once the kittens are weaned, they will come to us, and the mother will be spayed and then returned to the barn as a feral barn cat. Reportedly, her kittens are friendly, though, and they come out to see when people come into the barn. They come out to see what they're doing. And Animal Outreach has said that if they seem like they're ready before the 9th, they will pick them up and deliver them before the 9th. So it's really just a question of whenever it seems like the kittens are ready. Now, I have asked Animal Outreach to tell us what the kittens look like so that we know if we're getting tuxedo cats or orange cats or Siamese or orange or, who knows, could be anything. A bunch of gray kittens, a bunch of black kittens, torties, more gray tabbies like what we got right now. It could be anything. And the fact is, it still could be anything because Animal Outreach did not yet ask what they look like. But they're going to find out, they say, and let us know. In the meantime, I guess you can just let your imagination run wild. All that we know for sure is that they probably are kittens and not possums or raccoons or rabbits, we hope. We've had kittens come to us before where somebody said this kitten is definitely a girl and it turns out to be a boy. So this could just be a more extreme example of that. We could end up with a bunch of guinea pigs and they'd be like, I swear we thought these were kittens. And then we just have to change the website to Guinea Pig Academy. Could happen. Oh boy. Oh, hey, that reminds me of some other big news. We're nearly at 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I was checking today, and YouTube rounds the number of subscribers that we see, but it was right around 98. And so the thing I'd like to say about that is, first off, thank you guys. It's really cool when folks subscribe on YouTube and that number goes up. It's just fun for us to see. But then secondly, we're trying to put together a little thing for 100,000. And it's not a big deal. I mean, please don't get too excited about it. But it's just sort of a nice coincidence that there's something that we've been planning on providing for a while, and it seems like the 100,000 YouTube subscribers is going to coincide pretty well with us releasing that. So those of you that do hang out with us on the Discord chat probably already know what I'm talking about because we've talked about it there a little bit. But let me just say, especially for those of you that aren't even Patreons that are listening to this video later, what we're planning on doing is something that it probably isn't even going to benefit everybody. I think some small number of you are going to be very excited about it, and the vast majority of you are just going to be like, this is what we get for 100,000? So please don't get too much anticipation of it. Just lower your expectations. That's what I would say. But nonetheless, that's a big milestone that's coming up really soon, and I'm personally quite excited to see us get there. I never would have imagined when we started fostering. I think most of you know in 2015, early 2015. So we've been at this about 2 years now. But we didn't start Kitten Academy properly until April. Late April of this year when Hazel had her first litter on April 20th. So it is amazing how far all of you have brought us since April 20th. It really is just stunningly. I don't know the words to use. I don't even have the words to use. It's really phenomenal, and I really just have to thank you all for that. It's your fault. Each and every one of you is to blame for the success that we've had. So thank you for that. Now, I'll give this back in a minute, buddy. Now, this is my toy first. No, it's mine. Boy, you gotta learn to calm down, pal, in so many ways. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now, huh? I think you should take Custard out. He's really being rude.
Custard.
All right, Custard. Come here, buddy. I know, you don't mean it. You're just a kitten just trying to do what a kitten does. Yes, but you're just being a little too excited, too much. There you go, pal. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay, now we've lost all the kittens. I almost kicked out the camera because I'm moving around. Because DJ's out. She's the one that's normally handling the behind-the-scenes work. It seems like every month something goes wrong with this little Patreon stream, and I apologize for that. We are consummate professionals, if nothing else, as you've clearly seen. All right. Also, let me add about Ivy. Not only have I asked Animal Outreach Society to please keep us apprised of any interest, questions, or adoptions, especially for Ivy, I also added our business card and my contact information to her cage so that anybody that does anything will know, even if they don't, really follow what's going on here. So hopefully, if she does get adopted, we will be the first people called.
We are. Come here.
And obviously, if you guys want to see her in the meantime, that is, again, the PetSmart in McHenry, Illinois. This.
Custard root.
Okay, nice try, Custard. Nice try, buddy. He is just desperate for this. Hey, Harv. What's up, Harv?
No!
Harvey. How did that even happen?
Custard!
How did that even occur?
I guess I can't come back.
Is he in here again?
Yes. Custard.
This is ridiculous, Custard.
Custard.
Harvey, do the Harvey hop, buddy.
Custard room.
Nice catch, Harv.
Cornell. Still here? Cornell? Cornell. This is where you were born.
This is, actually. So this is cute. This is the room where Harvey and Cornell and also Yale were all born. Seems like such a long time ago. Watching these kids grow up. It's really been something, huh? I know so many of you joined us when Ivy had her kittens. There's probably a fair number of you that are listening now that started with that. I think the other major event that got people to sort of join us was Toffee scratching on the door. I think a lot of people joined because they saw that. These just good memories all around. So. And how about that Toffee? I mean, those of you that follow us on Twitter have seen him kind of grow up a bit. Christine likes to post, and I like to retweet things of hers that involve Toffee. And he's really starting to look like a cat, sort of like our Custard here. Custard, by the way, needs to lose some weight, buddy. We should play with you like this more often. Maybe this would get you to lose some weight. Keep jumping. Keep jumping, bud. Oh, good job, Harv. Good job. All right. I hope I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon here in the next couple minutes. But I do want to say that if you guys take something away from what I've been saying today, I hope that one of the things that you take away is that we would really love each and every one of you to join us on the Discord chat. It's a lot of fun for us. It could be a lot of fun for you. I know a fair number of you guys are already there, but those of you that aren't, hop in. You really don't know what you're missing. It's a lot of fun. And I know I like to post a lot of our photos on our Twitter feed, but there's even more that I post on the Discord chat. And even the ones that do go on the Twitter feed, I'm almost always posting them on Discord first. So that's one reason to join up. Another is that's where Mark actually publishes his gifts, most of them anyway, on the Discord, and then it's up to me to get them onto Twitter. And there's various other reasons too. We've actually got folks that are interested in particular things, and we've made spaces to talk about those particular things that aren't even cats, believe it or not, on the Discord chat. One of the things that's, I don't know, seems the most out there to me is that we've got a channel on the Discord that's specifically for people that love colognes and perfumes, and they discuss what's hot in colognes and perfumes, I guess. I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff, although there are some that I like quite a bit. So I've got my own flavors.
Harvey.
What else is in here? I don't know, but I think we're just about ready to pack up.
Harvey and Stormy.
They're both under the bed?
Aw, Storm, what's the matter?
Hey, Stormy, come here, pal. Come here. Yeah, we got a monster over there with the toy. I'm sorry.
Look at how Harvey is climbing
Harvey?
onto the bed.
I don't know if they can see that. Maybe.
No, probably not.
He's climbing up the back of the headboard, all the way from the floor. I'm surprised he can even do that. It's pretty slick. Alright, we're going to let you guys watch Custard play with the toy all by himself while we bring these kittens back. And then after that, we'll shut this down. So one last time, though, thank you all for joining us today. And moreover, thank you so much for your contributions. Seriously, I can't say it enough.
Thank you from Harvey.
Harvey says thank you. Harvey says, what are you doing with me? That's what he's really saying.
Sorry, Harv.
Okay, bud.
It's warm everywhere.
All right, thanks again, everybody. Seriously, thank you. Looks like the toy just got destroyed. Gonna have to find a new stick. Yeah, you watch it with those claws, pal. We're gonna have to start trimming your nails, and nobody wants that. Okay, so thanks again. I can't actually shut down the stream from this room without just unplugging the camera. I have to go down to my office to shut it down, so I guess you guys can sit here and just watch these kittens, and maybe DJ will do a little song and dance for you. I know she's got one planned. And then the stream will mysteriously vanish in about 30 seconds. So thanks again, folks. Thank you so much.
What happened, Custard?